Behind every tent and every shadowed corner lies a story of survival, loss, and resilience. The normalization of drug use isn't just a societal shift, it's a silent epidemic growing louder every day. These spaces are more than shelters, they are reflections of how far we've let the crack widen. Look around. It's in the faces we pass, the hands that struggle to reach out, and the eyes that search for escape. Drug abuse isn't a distant issue. It's woven into the fabrics of our society. How did we get here? And more importantly, how do we find our way back? This podcast is born out of urgency and hope. As a team, we've come together to share untold stories, to open conversations, and to inspire action. Because the fight against drug abuse isn't just individual, it's collective. Together, we can create awareness and drive change.
We are The Inner Compass, a podcast that explores how drug normalization impacts lives and communities. It's time to listen and understand.
Ultimately, at the end of the day, and so it's up to you to kind of observe and see what's going on in your own life. Another big wake-up call was before quitting coke, when I started working at Kelvor and whatnot, because like I said, I was still a little bit dabbling in the coke and Adderall and everything, was I had bumped my head. I was sweeping under a vessel, and I was right underneath a flange and was not paying attention, and somebody had called my name, so I had jumped up to kind of see who was talking to me, and smoked my head on the edge of this flange, out on the floor, huge concussion. And they took me to the doctor, and they ended up piss testing me, and I pissed hot for smoking weed.
These are the real stories of struggle and resilience. We need to talk more openly and break the stigma.
there are different trends that's going on. Like I used to see people, I mean, it's close to a year that I've been there, and I see regular customers coming in, and I see summer being the hot spot of the season for more beers to be sold. And we do get the odd customers and the troubles that they make, which is uncomfortable for the staff, the people around us, and everybody else.
Breaking the silence starts with compassion and understanding. Together, we can create a change. We have people calling in, and when you tell them you don't have refills for this medication, it's likely that you have to see your doctor too. Maybe the doctor feels, yes, either you get a prescription or the doctor reviews your case and sees if there is need for the medication, and they are like, the pharmacist should send it, just send a request on our behalf, send the request. So patients also put pressure, and there are also some other things I would not want to talk about here, but the basic thing is a wake-up call for everyone, both the professional and both the taker of the medication.
The line between use and dependency is thin. We are here to shed light on it and inspire change.
They would have gotten me for a couple things.
Yeah.
And it just would not have looked good. I think even just the weed that was in my system at the time, it had scored higher than anyone they had ever drug tested before for weed. It was like something like 800 nanograms was the highest that they had scored.
Yeah.
And I scored like over 3,000 or 4,000 nanograms in my piss. It was nuts. They were baffled. They were like, we've never seen anybody have so much weed or THC concentration in their test. That's insane.
The Inner Compass launches on December 8th, bringing you raw, unfiltered stories of survival, recovery, and impact. Join us as we explore the complexities of drug normalization and take the first step towards healing, one story at a time. Streaming on Spotify and YouTube.
So listen to the Inner Compass and discover the stories that truly matter.
Let's share these stories and make a difference together.
Join us by turning empathy into action.
Together, we can make a difference.